Hello everyone again. Today's article for us is terminal velocity. So what is terminal velocity? That we have to learn. Before that, just imagine that you have watched some movies. I insist you to go through some James Bond movies. Why James Bond? Because he scientifically uses all the characteristics of the physics. I don't know you must have watched it or not, but old James Bond movie, I think Moonraker, in which Roger Moore was the James Bond. One incident is there, he has to jump from aeroplane. He jumps, then imagine that any person is jumped from plane. He is going under gravity, free fall, we can consider him, except air resistance. So what is happening with him? It is acted upon by two forces. Which are that two forces? The first force is due to the resistance provided by air. We will call it is which force? Viscous force. And the second force which is acting here is the weight due to gravitational force. Now definitely weight of object or that person will be definitely greater than viscous force, then he will fall with very high speed toward the earth's surface. Okay, but in middle, suppose he opened the parachute. He opened the parachute and he hangs somewhere here. Then he will fall down till that also. But what is happening in that case? He have acquired the velocity. Here I will call the terminal velocity. So what is terminal velocity? When it will acquire? When the upward force and downward force both will get balanced, then object will move with a steady velocity in a downward direction. This steady velocity we called as what? Terminal velocity. So today we have to find out the formula for this terminal velocity. For this again we are going to use all the concepts given by Newton, Stokes and remaining all the definitions. So suppose that there is a container in which a liquid is filled and that liquid having certain fixed parameters. Let liquid is filled up to this mark. Okay. Now so if I say this liquid is filled up to this and you have dropped a spherical ball, solid ball of metal you have dropped, and then it reached to here, till here its velocity goes on decreases, and from this point it moves with steady velocity till bottom. So from this point, say point A, I will say that it have acquired the velocity which is called as which velocity? Terminal velocity. Is that clear? Okay. So now let's define some parameters. Let rho be the density of that spherical body which is falling into the fluid. Let sigma be the density of fluid. Let r be the radius of that sphere. Again, let Vc be the terminal velocity gained by that object. Finally, let eta be the coefficient of viscosity of that fluid. As I had said that when it will acquire terminal velocity, when forces will balance. But before that we have to find out what forces are acting there. To find that, consider ball reaches here. When it reaches here, liquid molecules try to exert forces in upward direction. As suddenly ball falls down into the liquid, some liquid will get spills out also. So here we have to apply all the knowledge from 8, 9, 10th and 11th. So what knowledges are there? First, we will go with the downward force. The total downward force acting on that sphere is nothing but the weight of the sphere. You know that if m is mass of sphere, I have forgot, m is mass of that sphere, then weight will be m into g, where g is acceleration due to gravity. But I want to write the mass in terms of its volume and density. You know that, but density of that solid rho is equals to mass upon volume. Therefore, mass is equals to rho into V. Here capital V represents volume. If it is spherical body, its volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So replacing this in equation number 1, that total downward force TdF is equals to, instead of m I am going to write rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube and then finally g. Let this is equation number A. Okay, this is the only downward force acting on that spherical body. But what about the upward force? There are two upward force. First is definitely the viscous force, and secondly the force by which that liquid get opposed. This force is nothing but the buoyant force, and you know that according to Archimedes principle, what is the buoyant force exerted by that liquid? It is the weight of that liquid which spills out of the container. So if I want to write this total downward force, then I can say total downward force is combination of two forces, the weight of liquid which is spills out of vessel plus the buoyant force, by the means of which force there? Viscous force. So if I write then m dash is the mass of that liquid which spills out, then m dash g is the weight of that liquid, plus viscous force is 6 pi r v c into eta. Again I want to write m dash by this manner, then I can write, if sigma is the density of liquid, then the same will happen. So it is what? Sigma into 4 by 3 pi r cube g plus 6 pi r eta into Vc. So this one is total upward force. Now what is terminal velocity? The condition for terminal velocity is that when these forces, that is downward force and upward forces, will balance, then it will flow under gravity only. Then we can say it have attained the velocity we call as which velocity? Terminal velocity. So I will say when body have attained terminal velocity, then total downward force is equals to total upward force. We will call equilibrium condition for forces. Resultant force is 0. Then I will write equations sigma into 4 by 3 pi r cube g plus 6 pi r v c eta equals to rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube g. Keeping these values here, I can get 6 pi r v c eta is equals to rho 4 by 3 pi r cube g minus sigma 4 by 3 pi r cube g. So you can see here only rho and sigma will remain in bracket. So it is like 4 by 3 pi r cube g in bracket sigma rho minus sigma. So cancelling all the terms, what will remain there? Look at there, pi will get cancelled, 6 and 4. So here 3, here 2. R will get cancelled here, R square will be remain. So finally this 3 will be multiplied here, so I can get Vc is equals to 2 by 9 into R into G, R square into G into rho minus sigma divided by eta. This is the formula for terminal velocity of object when it is falling under viscous fluid. Okay, I hope that you have understood this. Thank you.